Hey, Scruffy. Well, I don't know where you're coming from. I can see you from the window. Seems like you're timing it so you get there right when I'm about to open the door. I wonder if you can see my shadow through the blinds. So you're quiet tonight. Okay, well, bring out your food. I got your super supper, mini latte, and kibble. Yeah. So this is the last of the can. Okay. So, let me skip past you. Good, you didn't flinch. Okay. Putting the food on the table. Getting the glove. Your water looks untouched. Okay. Oops. How come you're jumping? Here you go. So, I didn't see that much of Scruffy today. And I saw him very early this morning on the rocks. So the sun did come out, and so I guess he was sunbathing. I notice he likes that spot in the early morning when it's sunny. I didn't get any pictures though. But that was the last I saw of him today. So I came out, actually I was a little late for, I think he almost swiped me. So we've been having a problem with him swiping me all week. I don't know why see, he's doing it again. Why are you doing that? Okay. So he didn't make contact, but he almost did. So I think he's developing some bad habits here. Because I don't think he's doing it reflexively. So he's a little too controlled when he does that. So like when he misses, he keeps reaching to hit me. So it's more vindictive, I think. It's premeditated. I don't know what's triggering it. Because he wants me to pet him, I think. And so I pet him, and then he gets mad. It's usually on the far side when I pet him. So like right now, why did you do that? Because he turned his head. So now he's actually rubbing against my glove. Weird cat, Scruffy, but I can't have him scratching me. It's not proper. He just grabbed me, and his claw went into the glove. So yeah, the claw actually stuck in there. I could feel it, and I could see the claw actually. So the last thing I want to do is train him to claw me. Okay, so he's not clawing me now. So I'm being a little more cautious. So yeah, he wanted me to rub his other side there. He didn't claw me that time, but he does that a lot, and sometimes he claws me right after. So there he is again. He just rubbed his head on my leg. And he just put his foot on my shoe. So his grooming is still a problem. So I'm wondering if I'm hitting a grooming area or something that's sensitive. That's why he's clawing me. But he keeps exposing that side for me to pet. So he just bumped his head on my leg again. So I really don't understand what's going on with Scruffy here. But yeah, now he's starting to behave. I'm sure now that I've said something, it's going to be a case of speaking too soon. But yeah, he's been doing it every day of the week, almost. So if I have to domesticate him or tame him, so somebody else can take over eventually, I can't have him scratching. So I told one of my aunts a while back about Scruffy the feral cat. He's hanging out in my yard, and I said, yeah, I'm starting to feed him and tame him, or at least attempt that. And yeah, she thought the whole concept of having a feral cat was in the yard was disgusting. She said, yeah, she'd get the hose. Keep the feral cats out. So yeah, some people have asked me if I have family members who would adopt a Scruffy. So I think the answer is no. I'm trying to think if I've had relatives with cats. I have a big family. I'm sure there's somebody, but yeah, the more immediate family members that I have, I can't think of any of them that are cat owners. Some dog owners. So one of my aunts actually did have a cat, but yeah, she passed away. forgot how many years ago. It's over 10. It's probably around 13 or something now. Okay, he's looking at the food. With the food? Let's get you the food. Okay, here it comes. So I think she may have been the only one who would have possibly taken a cat. And she already had one, so I don't know if she'd want another. And I don't know if she does anything with ferals. Though my uncle, so she passed away 10 to 15 years ago. And my uncle, he was devastated because it was really sudden. She died of lung cancer, but it wasn't so it really just kind of came on in the last two months of her life. She started to have problems. She went to a bunch of doctors. They at first didn't know what was going on, and after more testing, they finally figured out she was already very late stage lung cancer. And she basically didn't have much long to live, and a few weeks later, she was gone. And my uncle always presumed he would go first. Because he was not in good health. Camera's out of focus. Again, why does this have such a hard time with focus? There we go. So, he had a very hard time adjusting after her death, and I remember he passed away a few years ago, and it was right around Christmas. So we invited him and other members of the family here for dinner. My dad was still strong enough that he could have visitors and kind of entertain, and he was still coherent. But he called, I think, 2 days before, saying he was really sick, and he just didn't feel well enough to come out. He's had a bad case of the flu or something, and so he didn't come to dinner. And then I think a few days after Christmas, we were alerted, I think by the authorities, that he had passed away. So the neighbors, I guess, called because they noticed he had not been picking up his paper, and they were piling up, and they were kind of worried maybe something happened to him. So the police did a forced entry, and they found that he had passed away in bed. So we went to clean up, or hit the initial the initial survey of his house. We went there to basically try to, one, get a handle on what we'd have to do, and two, get any critical paperwork or anything that we needed to do to move to the next step. and I noticed there was a cat sitting out next to the back door, and I noticed inside he had kibble, cat food, and I think I suspect that was a feral cat he was feeding. I guess probably sort of like what I'm doing with the Scruffy. So the cat did keep its distance from us, so it wasn't didn't look completely domesticated. So yeah, it's probably a feral cat. But yeah, I think it was expecting my uncle to feed it. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, I was talking about earlier today, I didn't see Scruffy around, so yeah, I was kind of late bringing out his water for lunch. But yeah, I looked around and couldn't find him. So yeah, I don't know where he went off to today. It was cold again. So they keep saying it's going to warm up, and they're saying it again tomorrow. But yeah, it's staying about the same. So it's been really cold in the morning. Been wearing a blanket at my desk. So Scruffy is not eating as fast today. But it's almost gone, so you can see smears of the pate on the bowl. I didn't get a good look, but I don't see any big chunks anymore, just small pieces and maybe small piece of kibble. He's not very good at cleaning up the bowl with the pate, so I kind of expect that nowadays. So, I actually left for my walk a little early today, and then I realized, oops, yeah, I forgot to bring out the water. Yeah, I was kind of busy this morning, got up early, and said, well, I keep going to my walk so late. When we go for a walk early today, and then I realized, whoops, I need to put the water out. So as I was leaving the house, I came back just so I could put out his water, and he wasn't here. But yeah, I went for my walk. I'm not sure how my leg's doing. It's I think probably about the same. So with the cooler weather, yeah, I'm seeing less people. I did see one, or there's two people near the entrance of the park, and where I go in. And so yeah, there was two people kind of on the sidewalk, just Not sure what they're doing. Looked like they were maybe waiting for somebody or something, but one of them was wearing a tiger costume. Didn't quite get that. Yeah, the tiger costume actually wasn't terribly good. It looked more like it was, it was more on the inexpensive side or homemade or something. So it wasn't like a professional like mascot costume or anything like that or pre-manufactured. So you have to, you tell it's a tiger by the orange and a little tail and some black stripes. But yeah, that was definitely odd. I'm not sure why that person was dressed like that and why only one of the two people was dressed like that. So if they're both dressed, then you kind of presume, okay, they're maybe doing a masquerade party or something, or they're doing something together, but only one of them was in a costume, so that was kind of funny. Okay, I guess Scruffy's done. I was just shifting my weight, and he decided, no, I'm taking off. Okay, well, that's it for tonight, folks. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.